Secretary and lovely, and everyone that are here today, umpires, and everyone that all got flown around the oval. Thank you for coming. And the Jikilarruwu women, Tapalinga women, good luck. Let the best team win and enjoy and have fun. It's all about having fun. Family, we all live together and having fun together. Mana, good luck. All right, we come all this way to see you mob on the field. Play your best and, like Jennifer said, have fun.
Good luck, everyone. It's so nice to be here, and there's this breeze, so watch that breeze. Have fun.
Mana, good luck. And I'm right, good luck. Hallelujah.
Welcome to AFLNT's coverage of the 2026 Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final weekend from the spectacular Tiwi Islands here in Wurrumiyanga for what shapes to be some of the most exciting footy you'll ever see. And to get us underway here in the Tiwi Islands Women's Grand Final, Will Zwar.
And it was an early clearance for Tapalinga Superstars. They won the toss and a kick in the left of screen, a little rebound, and then they're back inside the forward 50. But to Sony, the ball bounced a bit higher than she was capable of reaching. She'll try pick it up off the ground now. Little toe poke out of the pack. Blistering start here on the blistering ground over there at Wurrumiyanga. And the Superstars running forward. Kick, a shot on goal. Can we go inside a minute? Oh, it's gone through hands. Touch though. And it'll be an early point for the Tapalinga Superstars.
Fast start. Looks windy. Windy conditions at Wurrumiyanga here today. Let's see how she handles the kick out.
Kicking out from fullback. No boots today. She's opted to go barefoot. Interesting choice, Dom. I've never been a fan of barefoot kicking. It leaves me with red patches all over the roofs of my feet. But I know she might have to reassess after that entry, or that attempted rebound. A toe poke forward again. Is there a whistle blown for kicking in danger? No, comes back now. It is with Jasmine Cunningham. Plenty of Cunninghams out there today. That was Miriam Puruntatamiri trying to get a handball up off the ground. Comes out of defensive 50 finally for Jikilarruwu. They can't take it cleanly. Now a long way from home. Wiley Cunningham inside the forward 50. She goes. Shot into the pocket. Beats everyone. Rolls towards goal through the wrong side. Another early point. So within 90 seconds. 2 peppers on goal for the Tapalinga Superstars.
Hope that it doesn't prove costly. Windy conditions, obviously. It's very, very difficult to have a clear shot on goal, but 2 early opportunities, and often in these games it's those early opportunities that really count.
Just another slow play on from full back. And again goes wide. Oh, that's spray. That's going to be very wide. Oh, it stays in the field of play though. Defensive mark. Very tight and wide in that defensive 50. They come out. Mark taken. And now Jikilarruwu will try and go down the line. Gee, they've done well here, trying to burst through. I think that might be Jamie Lee Portjimi. She gets a handball over the top, looking for the 1-2, gets it back. Maybe she's going to go 1-2-3-4. No, offers a Shepherd instead. Now inside the forward pocket, drifting towards goal. Shot goes. I think that might be Nadine Portjimi. And
touch was the call.
Through for a point. So they're on the board as well.
Gee, good enterprising play there though. Wonderful handball down the field, linking up really well through that midfield, which is so important.
Having the capacity to go end to end in any game is pretty handy as well. They did that quick as a flash quick as lightning, you might say. Jikilarruwu Thunder and Lightning today, Dom. And the purple.
Yes. Quick movement down the field already.
Sony will be there. Oh, again, the ball's just gotten better her a couple of times early, but her teammate picks it up, rebounds, and inside the forward 50 they go. Plays on. Oh, handball to herself. It almost fumbled out of her hands. And I think the umpire has caught it that way. He has. So it'll be a free kick in the back line going to Nala Kirinoa. No, it'll be in the hands of Margie Tipalura. So now Tapalinga, who looked pretty good in that first 90 seconds, they can sort of settle. Haven't really had a pure touch since then. They'll just try and retain possession, you think, here. Gain a bit of momentum, get some wind in their sail. How many other analogies do we want to make, Dom? As that ball inside the forward 50 didn't quite stick to plan. Now Thunder and Lightning have an opportunity to work forward. No, turned over. And again, they love those long loopy kicks in the hands now. Cecilia Puruntatameri, she'll dribble it towards goal in the pocket. No, she went for a pass off instead now with Gian Tippenwoody. Breaks through one tackle, handballs it, tried to go over the top, but gets it to Nadine Quadjimi. Instead, wearing opposing colours, and it spills out towards the boundary line.
Again, just a little bit fumbly, early stages. Pressure's on though. The ladies are linking up well initially, but now the ball up to take place here. Such windy conditions.
Bit of a fist there in the ruck. Will clear the players. Now paddle forward. Trying to pick it up there was Marjorie Dunn. Couldn't do so. Ooh, tackle without the ball. Umpires called it that way too. So free kick in the defensive 50 for Thunder and Lightning. As I said today, wearing the purple strip. The bulk down the middle. Ooh, hesitated and instead opts for a bounce. And now she goes long. Didn't have enough wind in the sail there, that kick. Looking for a teammate. Oh, a bit of a shove there on Mara Mankara from Miriam Puruntatameri. Toe poke, I think that might be in danger as well. So it's going to be a free kick back to Puruntatameri. Play on, she goes. Kick inside 50, couldn't hit a target. Oh, she's gone for the flying side kick there and had an air strike. Now Samara Puruntatameri has a snap on goal. It's caught up in the wind, still in play. No, bounces over for a boundary throw in.
Yeah, the ladies just finding the conditions really difficult. That wind swirling around. Both teams getting good numbers around the ball. Central umpire having to do a lot of work there.
Swirling, a good word for it. Doesn't seem like it's going any one direction. It's just tossing everything up every which way. Snap will go from Miley Cunningham straight into her opponent. Now running through Marjorie Dunn, hoping for an opportunity. She couldn't get it cleanly. Now toe poked out of that defensive 50 from Thunder and Lightning. Overruns it though. Now inside 50, a pass into the pocket. Can't hit a target. Is it still in? No, rolls out over the boundary line just in front of Marjorie Dunn, who caught a few times. She's potentially lurking as a danger up forward for the Superstars.
Yeah, she's made good position, hasn't she, so far? Working towards the ball really well.
And is it going to be a free kick? No, just getting it back to the umpire. Tap down. Picking it up, handball, and then a kick out of defensive 50, clearing the pack. Thunder and Lightning again. Oh, if they get on a roll, it seems like they're moving it quickly, but maybe too quickly for their own good. A little bit chaotic. Fighting for the ball there. Kimberly Cunningham just extracts it, and then bit of a dance in the back line. Here come Thunder and Lightning. Handball to the runner. Trying to get onto it now will be Augustina Mankara. Gets through one, dances around her own teammates, loses the ball, picks it up again. Again, just paddling it in front of herself. Keeping possession, need to pick it up and kick it now. She has a snap towards goal. Umpire doesn't move. Is that the first goal of the afternoon? I think it is. No, just a point. Getting ahead of myself, Dom.
Yeah, you were getting ahead of yourself. That was classic Tiwi play, wasn't it? Just paddle, paddle, paddle the ball halfway down the field. Finally gathered possession, had the flying shot on goal and missed. So 2 points apiece so far. Good enterprising play by both teams, early stages.
Into the back pocket. Both sides seem
just
pretty
a fantastic
keen to
kick in the conditions.
Be very deliberate in that back line and get it wide, get it out of the danger zone, and then go quick in the middle of the ground, as Tapalinga are doing here. Down that far side. 3 bounces she's had. Now approaching the 50. Beautiful kick inside, and it's the danger woman as well, Marjorie Dunn, in the forward pocket. She goes to centre it instead, finds a teammate here in Asunta Pwajimi, shot on goal, and that one has gone through. I think we have our first of the afternoon. Asunta Pwajimi puts the Superstars 6 points up.
Well, fantastic play, and again, that target, Marjorie Dunn, didn't let them down. Beautiful run from the back line, and then a great long kick, particularly in these windy conditions, but Marjorie Dunn taking a nice mark, and then just stopped for a moment, just to assess where things were at. Saw that Asunta Pwajimi was in the clear, popped it on her chest, and as we've seen so far, there's no hesitation to play on. Really nice kick on goal. First one for this grand final, so well done there by Tapalinga.
Back in the middle, that first goal, all important. It's taken us 8 minutes to get here. Just waiting for players to set themselves in position.
Looks like might have been a 666 warning there by the central umpire. Just indicating now where he's going to back out from ball up.
Now punched forward there by Thunder and Lightning ruck. Can't get clean possession. Tapalinga again, they seem a little bit more, I guess, attributed in that middle of the ground. Stronger around those clearances. But here they go, they'll extract it again. Free kick has been called though, will go the way of Thunder and Lightning. And in the hands here of a player whose name we don't quite have on the score sheet at the moment. Debbie Tippalura it was. Inside the forward 50 she goes. Turns it over though, and now getting it out of there will be Jerry Cunningham. A few of them on the field today, 11 at last count. Now dancing inside the forward 50. Miley Cunningham has a shot, goes long. Ooh, got some fingers on it, didn't quite have the distance. Snap out of the pack though to Tamaya Cunningham. And I think that one's touched, so another behind. Extends their lead to more than a goal though.
Jikilarruwu, they looked quick in the early stages. Now they just keep turning the ball over, and Tapalinga getting inside forward 50 so quickly.
They do look very dangerous. Jikilarruwu instead almost looking like they're going to do most of their damage on the counter-attack, as they might be doing here.
In the clear.
Although a little fumble didn't help her cause. Now she goes long. Just barrels it, keeps bouncing top over bottom. Instead it's turned over to Trina Cunningham off half back. She turns it over though. Goes from one player to another wearing the Thunder and Lightning tops. Little 1-2 again. They've loved them today, sharing the love. Another shot towards goal. No, inside the forward pocket now with Simone Munkara. Looks like she's going to go back and kick truly.
She'll be hoping that she kicks truly. They certainly need it just to steady. Had a lot of the footy, just can't quite put it on the board just yet. So much of this game being played through the corridor, which you don't often see.
They're happy to put the skates on and go for a run. That kick didn't look good off the boot at all. Through for a behind.
So another minor on the score there for Jikilarruwu. Trailed by that one straight kick. Again, have had plenty of the footy.
High and wide. Looks to be the flavour of the day for kick-outs. Not always on target though. Straight back over her head. Or in the open goal square, and they get there first eventually here through Jamie Lee Pwajimi. Horror turnover in the back line for Tapalinga. And as we said, the counter-attack is where they seem to be thriving at the moment. The Thunder and Lightning, they put through their first of the day and level up the scores again.
Yeah, deservedly so, with a goal on the board there through Jamie Lee Pwajimi. And both teams really playing enterprising footy, handling the ball pretty well in difficult windy conditions. And a hard track by the look of that, Will, over there at Wurrumiyanga today.
Not a lot of green there on the pitch, on the field of play.
Umpire a quick drink as well, and why not? 139 apiece. 12 minutes gone. Been pretty quick, although a little bit fumbly footy, and perhaps some early nerves here in this women's grand final for the Tiwi Islands Football League.
Umpire Black throws it up in the middle. Paddled forward. Tapalinga will be hoping to get that centre clearance yet again. I think they're 3 from 3 now. If they can get this one forward. Sort of grubbers there, not really through a disposal. Now picking it up. Maria Jikilarruwu. Umpire calls play. No, holding the play up. And we'll have a kick on half back for Thunder and Lightning.
Just trying to surge forward there, Tapalinga. Just couldn't quite find a teammate.
Kick out wide. And they found a target. Not really sure where to go next though. Seems like they do enjoy a bit more open field up ahead. Gives them room to work. That one was kicked wide, missed the player, bounced out over the boundary line. And it's going to be a bit of the old lasso rule. That's my favourite umpire call sign, Dom. The old hauler. I think it was a surf life-saving sign back in the day as well. Get back between the flags. Very different meaning here. Inboard they go now to Jessie Cunningham. As we said, I think there's 9 Cunninghams for Tapalinga today and 2 for Jikilarruwu.
Yeah, nice kick. Just steady play here by Tapalinga.
Inside the forward 50. Beats done again. No, kept it alive. Now finally out over the boundary line. Tight. First 14 minutes, 1 goal, 3 apiece. Does feel like Tapalinga in the brown and gold have been a little bit more composed though, Dom.
Yeah, does.
Tap down there from Cunningham. Picked up, shot toward goal. No, just into the pocket, spills through hands. Oh, good, safe hands actually. She'll play on from full-back again. Going for a run, second bounce. And now kick it out in front of her teammate on the back line. Kick over the top. Ooh, bounced at right angles, not what they wanted. Now, Nuala Kiranoa, she overruns it and is picked up and kicked forward by Maria Jikilarruwu. Finds a target. And I think that is quarter time.
Quarter time.
So it's a dead heat, dead even. 1 goal, 3 apiece, Dom.
Probably fair as to where the game should be, given the way both teams have played so far. 1-3-9 apiece. We'll be back with you after this break.
Bring it up.
Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final. Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final. Second quarter about to get underway here. Tapalinga, they've had a fairy tale story this final series, coming from 4th position on the ladder. Thrilling 9-point win against Mulawuri in the elimination final before demolishing the minor premiers Wallama Bulldogs by 76 points in the prelim. Jikilarruwu, they've had a terrific season, finishing second, just 2 points behind Wallama. They'll be favourites today after defeating Wallama in the qualifying final to secure their spot in this grand final. Second quarter underway. Will Zwar with you.
Kicking to the left of the screen will be Jikilarruwu this quarter. And it seems like that might be early days. Where the wind is slightly favouring, though, from sheer position, it seems pretty blustery all over the place. No real advantage. Just try and keep your kicks low would be the advice. You would think from the coach's box. Thunder and Lightning on the top of their 50. Can't get it inside now. Here comes Marjorie Dunn. Probably one of the better players, more influential players for mine, Dom, in that first quarter, but now running through Maria Tipur Montemiri. Gee, she's taken a few bounces. Look at her go. Streaming down the middle of Stanley Tipalura Oval. Kicks it towards goal and goes through hands. Touched on the way through.
What a run. What a grand final run that was.
Talk about a grand final sprint, Dom.
Oh, gee, what a shame she didn't kick the goal. Minor score, and yet again Tapalinga are the first ones to score.
Out of their defensive 50, Thunder and Lightning go. It'll be the lasso rule again. How good is that? The umpire with the disco moves on the middle of the oval as well. They go inside the forward 50 now, trying to get it to Asunta Poajimi. She kicked the opening goal of the grand final in that first quarter. But they can't make much of it here, getting it out of their defensive 50. Thunder and Lightning wearing their pink and purple outfit today. Now going back, Mara Mankara, barefooted, dribbles it end over and into the middle of the ground. Gee, turning her opponent inside out. If you don't mind, I think that there was Claudia Mankara, but held up ultimately. Now running through the middle of the ground go the Superstars. 4 on 2. Surely the ladies in purple can make something of it. Third player comes into the fray wearing golden brown, and it'll be the Superstars who can work it out of there through Jessie Cunningham. Pushes it out wide looking for a teammate there in Miley Cunningham. She looks like she's got some pace in her legs today as well.
Oh, nice
looking
kick
forward
too.
to Dunn. She's been the danger, focal point up forward. Oh, coming from behind, no. Gets it inside the forward 50. Can't find a target. Toe poking it forward towards goal. Trying to keep it alive. The World Game's still on over there in the US, and it's moved over to the Tiwi Islands, but they can't find the back of the net.
And turnover. How are they playing this here? Looking at it as deliberate? No.
Be a ball up in that forward
Yeah,
pocket.
it has to be.
Umpire Black puts it up. Taken out. Oh, the danger lady Dunn herself. Oh, last line of defence, though, exactly where you want your full back, Dom.
And she's done that twice so far, early stages of this second quarter, and saved 2 goals on both occasions.
Coach Bernadine Babui would be very pleased with that as they come out now looking for Tassoni. Oh, it's a bit of a shank off the side of the boot there. Might work out for them. A paddle forward. Another paddle. Like a paddle pop on a day like this, Dom, something to cool you down. Just trying to corral there the Superstars. Very tight on the boundary line. Handball forward. Jasmine Cunningham lucky there. Thought she was nearly going to get pinged for holding the ball. And I think ultimately that might be a free kick to Tassoni for a hold. Looks to move it quickly. Playing in front though. Miriam Purantatameri takes a couple of bounces through the middle. Might be heading for a world record number of bounces today. Dom is ranging outside the forward 50. They go inside. Beautiful kick, and that finds Ingrid Cunningham on the chest.
Just look better with the footy, don't they, Tapalinga? When they get hold of it, they've got purpose. They've worked it through the corridor really nicely there, and just some deliberate kicking. Got someone to target. Now Ingrid Cunningham.
Kicks towards goal. Oh, no one moves. Is that crossed the line? No. Fell short. Not as much of a contest as you would have hoped from the other forwards there, trying to bring it to ground. But maybe this is where they'll do their work. Snap will go from Ingrid Cunningham towards goal. It's well wide. It will stay wide, and it'll be through for a point.
So another minor score on the board. Doing it in points at the moment, 1-5-11 to 1-3-9.
Another play on from full back.
3 bounces in 10 metres.
No chance of being pinged there for run too far. Comes off hands. Done. Her boots makes it easy to spot her today. She'll have another crack on it. Handballs it out now with Kimberly Cunningham. Gets it through here with Cecilia Purintatameri. Poked inside forward, and there's Dunn. Takes the mark.
Again, you used the word before, influential. Oh, she's gone sideways. What is going on?
Looking to share the love now with Miley Cunningham. Kicks towards goal. That one is wide again. No, through the big sticks, and they get their second on board. Miley Cunningham, the first of this second quarter.
Dare I question Ms. Dunn as to what she is doing? She went sideways there. I absolutely expected her to have a shot on goal. No, went sideways. Miley Cunningham. Such an athletic player and uses the ball very well. Her kicking's been a feature so far in this grand final, and that kick on goal, no mistake. Second goal on the board for the Tapalinga Superstars, and they will have certainly had the better start in this second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. As they did in that first quarter, you feel like 7 scoring shots to 4. They're certainly the, I guess, the team that has settled best today, but they just need to make it show on the scoreboard. Who knows, maybe Thunder and Lightning will take their chances now and flip the script. But in the middle again, it looks like the Superstars just surging with the ball a little bit better. They're certainly playing the game on their terms at the moment. Turned over just forward of centre though. No one can really retain possession. Handball comes over the top. Was hoping for Maria Tipuamantamiri. Couldn't do so. And here come Thunder and Lightning. And there's a roadblock half back. Caught Miriam Purintatameri looking inside the middle of the ground. Massive scramble there. Finally, looks like the Superstars are broken forward.
In numbers.
Shot will go into the forward 50. Gee, 4 players on 1. What hope did Thunder and Lightning have? And there's a mark directly in front by the looks of it, going to Samara Purintatameri. So she'll come in now. This to make it 2 in a couple of minutes. And put the Superstars up. She extends the lead, but only by a point, Dom.
Only by the minor score. These two teams have got a real history. Will, last match was a draw in round 13. Prior to that, Jikilarruwu won by 14 points. Prior to that, Tapalinga by 14 points. At quarter time here, it was even. So this is the match to break the deadlock.
And the Superstars with that 9 points in their favour. It's running through the middle, looks like it's Mara Mankara. Almost had a fumble. Gee, finds a target. Another little fumble, but that won't bother them. Gee, quick as a flash, goes towards goal, and they get their second as well. Jikilarruwu, Thunder and Lightning, their second of the day, and reduce the margin back to 3 points.
Well done, Mara. Mara Mankara was number 25, just took it and ran directly at goal and set up her teammate there for what ended up being a fairly easy shot at goal. And they were looking like they were really starting to struggle there, Jikilarruwu, but they are back in the game here. 2-6-18 playing 2-3-15. Got it back to within 3 points with 8 minutes down here in this second quarter.
So it looks like we're playing 15 minutes flat, more than halfway through this quarter here. And as you heard there, just 3 points separating them. 3 points separating them all season. Looks like Tapalinga don't want to let Jikilarruwu back into the fold too quickly. They might go quick towards goal as well. That comes off hands and again extend the margin, but just by a point. 4 points in the good Tapalinga.
Free-flowing game, that is for sure. Some of the kicks out of defence have been superb by Jikilarruwu. They just need to make the most of it.
Down on that far side. Gee, they're outnumbered, but they're managing to keep composed pretty well. Now they go to centre half forward. Again, the numbers moving forward are just so good for both sides. Defensive running, probably not their forte today. Oh, is that plucked? No, umpire calls play on. Nearly had a claim on it, but probably just didn't have quite enough. Play goes down there in Janice Kiranoa. And now snap forward. Mark not taken. Toe poke out into the centre corridor. Rolling around on her right. Handball over the top. Looks like she's been told go for goals. Well wide though. I don't know if it's on the full. I think it just bounced inside the field of play. No, umpire says. Well, what's umpire saying?
Checking with the goal umpire here.
Like you said, out on the full and then...
Yeah, I thought it was out of bounds on. Bit hard to see from this distance though.
Couple of 100 Ks.
Conversation, and it will be a boundary throw in, or at least a ball up, I should say. Jikilarruwu having a moment here. They need to make the most of it.
Can they make the most of Tapalinga's inaccuracy? Oh, banana peel moment there in the forward pocket for the Thunder and Lightning. Umpire calls play on, and Superstars are going to get it out of danger. G kicking it long, and again the numbers streaming forward are just supreme. Miley Cunningham, she's kicked the only goal for the Superstars this quarter. A couple of bounces to go along with that. Needs to be careful. Gee, that one was probably about 13 metres in between bounces. Now she lines up, goes towards goal, and again just at full back. What a game she is playing there. Tapalinga, the Jikilarruwu full back, I should say.
3 goals she has saved in this quarter alone. Right on that last line of defence.
And now Tapalinga, oh again, banana peel moment. Ball spills out into the pocket. They've got the numbers, the Superstars, but they're probably just not working as well together as they'd like. Thunder and Lightning get it out of the danger zone. Did that a little bit better. She's got 3 to beat. Where's the support in purple? And now Maria Tapuamantamiri inside the forward 50, looking for Dunn. She's given off a couple today already. She gives off that one. A snap goes on goal from Isabella Kiranoa, and they get their 3rd.
Again, you called it well, just no real numbers at the footy from Jikilarruwu. They had the momentum, they had the opportunity, didn't take it, and then it goes quickly back inside 50. And once Marjorie Dunn gets hold of that footy, she's been using it really, really well and setting up Isabella Kiranoa on that occasion for her first of the afternoon. But more importantly, 3-7-25, just re-establishing that 10-point lead now for Tapalinga.
Yeah, she's playing that supremely important, almost your non-scoring centre-half forward role, being the focal point, distributing the ball to your other forwards, and really creating a bit of chaos there for the defenders. You said the full-back, who we haven't quite caught a number yet, but she's been playing very well at full-back, but when you've got a focal point like Dunn there, who can then put it any which way, it's not always easy to stop. Ball goes through the legs. They're a bit of a nutmeg to Maramankara. Tapalinga working it backwards. Dribbled forward. I think this might be done again. Yes. Moved up into the middle of the ground.
Starting in the middle.
With the bounce. Tassoni went for the smother. Oh, big strong tackle from a couple against Kiranoa. She kicked the last goal. Free kick goes against her. Now the ball goes forward. 4 to beat, it looks like Pwadjimi has. And I think she's given away the free kick a bit too rough. They played that well, Thunder and Lightning. And they'll be quick to move. No, umpires brought them back, I think. Yeah. So a 10-point margin here in favour of the Tapalinga Superstars, wearing brown and gold today.
Just remember, tickets to the 2026 NAB AFLW Dreamtime in Darwin match will be on sale shortly. Stay tuned to AFLNT socials to find out when to get your tickets.
Cracking fixture, that one. I think it might have been a draw last year as well. Always a good game up there in Darwin. For the Bombers and the Tigers is now running forward. Tapuamantamiri. Gee, she's done this a couple of times today. Last one was cut off on the last line. Can she add a little bit of length to it? I think she has, but it put the accuracy off and just threw for her behind. But again, peppering away. 11 points now.
Gee, Maria Tapalinga and Miley Cunningham down that wing. Just the athleticism and the use of the footy. If they were accurate, they'd be 5 goals in front.
Yeah, well, it's 11 to 5, so they've got 6 more scoring shots, Dom, and you feel like quite a few of them have been touched through on the last line. Pocket rocket on the half-back line, just running free here now, Thunder and Lightning.
Time and space.
Selling a little bit of candy. Now kicks the ball forward. Bit of a foot race out there on the half-forward flank, half-back for Jasmine Cunningham. I think she's beaten a couple, done enough to neutralise the attack. Gets out of that forward 50. Scrambling hoping for a teammate and support. They come there, but they didn't really do too much in the area, and they've picked it from the ball.
And 50.
Talking back to the umpire by the looks of it.
Oh, definitely.
So this should put her about 20 metres out, you'd say, Dom, by the time she's kicking it. Still will have a bit of an angle.
And again, an opportunity here for Jikilarruwu, just out of nothing to stay in this game.
Oh, she's passed it off instead. Better distance, tighter angle with the wind. Oh, she's going to pass it off as well. She plays on. Goes for the check side from the pocket. What a goal! Put it through, and that reduces the margin to 5 points.
What a kick, and that was right on the siren. So I think that was Augustina Mankara.
I think it might have been.
For Jikilarruwu, as the players come from the ground here for half-time. So half-time here in Wurrumiyanga, and the score, Tapalinga by 5 points. 3-8-26, Jikilarruwu 3-3-21. So Augustina Mankara, 14 years old, claimed the Best and Fairest award, as well as the leading goal kicker with 62 goals. So what a performance, and she has kept her team in the game here at half-time of this Tiwi Islands Women's Grand Final. Time for us to have a break here for half-time. We'll see you back shortly.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up, up.
On Tim. Back underway here at Stanley Tippalura Oval for the Tiwi Islands Grand Final in the women's competition, and it looks like it's Tapalinga hoping to get an early spurt as they have in both of the first two quarters so far. Kick will go from Tamaya Cunningham early towards goal. And just through for... No, it's through for a goal. So they extend the lead early, and late news after that halftime siren. That last goal from Jikilarruwu didn't count. It was after the halftime siren, which means now the Superstars, quick as a flash, have doubled the score of Jikilarruwu. And Dom, there it is, the dog on the ground.
The classic Tiwi Island Grand Final, dog on the ground. You cannot have a Grand Final without one, and here we are.
Who had 44 seconds into the third quarter on the sweep. They're the winner today. Dog on the ground here at the Tiwi Islands Grand Final. Meanwhile, in terms of the play, Tapalinga Superstars really starting to get their hands on that Premiership Cup here. Double their score, double the scoring shots. 4 goals, 8-32 to 2-4-16. As Tamaya Cunningham kicked the first goal of this third quarter here. A bit of a double blow there. Suddenly, Jikilarruwu went from being just a few points down to, well, half the score of their opponents here today. Ball spills out over the boundary line on the half-forward flank for the Tapalinga Superstars. Now it'll be a free kick. Rocking the backwards cap there today. Not a bad look at all. Might have to try that out in Div 2 this year, Dom. Inside the forward pocket. Ball bounces off the knees of Tassoni. She puts a tackle on to follow up. Now gets a handball out. And the Thunder and Lightning trying to get it forward now. One bounce. Handball forward to advantage. Hot pursuit there's Sunita Cunningham. But Thunder and Lightning managed to hold possession. Now she just chips it over the top looking for a teammate. Can't find her. Will be taken on the half volley there. And now bounce inside from Jersey Cunningham. Looking for a target. 3-on-2. They've got the numbers. Now they just need the polish to finish it off. Good press there. Toe poking it towards the boundary line. Trying to get it back in. Handball back inside. Bit of an air swing there coming from Kian Walpinini. Now, out of the defensive 50. Tapalinga trying to hold Thunder and Lightning at bay. Storm's not coming in just yet as the Superstars hold on to their 16-point lead. Toe poke forward, though. Can't be picked up. Handball comes out from Marjorie Dunn. Over the top. She'll go and follow up her own work. Picks it up. Tries to get through the tackle. Umpire calls play on. Thunder and Lightning kick forward. Mark taken inside the forward 50 to Munkara. She goes across the face. And again, Dom, sharing the love around here.
Yes, you wonder the merit of that in some ways. There was a direct shot on goal, and I'm sure that she's put her teammate now in a far more difficult position and with a greater distance to kick as well.
Jamie Lee, poor Jamie.
Maybe she knows something that I don't.
She'll go to pass it off now.
That's a good kick.
Great kick there. I thought she was going to get on her skates as well there. I think just making sure she held the ball. Looks like she's going through emotions, going through the routine in that forward pocket. Needs to kick this. Will put them back within 10 points. Straight through the high diddle-diddle. And their third goal of the afternoon.
Well, to say that they needed that is an understatement, that is for sure. Quick start from Tapalinga for this third quarter. Jikilarruwu back on the scoreboard again with their third. Just staying in touch, only just. So they bring that back to 10 points. So Jikilarruwu 3-4-22, Tapalinga 4-8-32. Very, very good play and a much-needed goal. And a second dog on the field.
That might have been Augustina Munkara there as well. So you don't need to do too much to your footy records. You can just change it from the second quarter to the third quarter. Obviously that one on the siren, as it turns out, wasn't allowed. But they get back to within 10 points. And as we've been saying, these two teams have not been split this year. A draw and then 2 14-point margins, one in favour of each side. So as the season tally stands, Tapalinga lead by 10 points. what can Thunder and Lightning do about that in the next, we've got 25 minutes of football on the Tiwi Islands for the season. Dog just showering away at the worms as the ball goes past and forward inside the forward 50 for Tapalinga. Maybe wanting to try and extend the lead. Coming through here, I think that might be Isabella Kiranoa. Now she's just drifting out the back. She's already kicked 1 goal today. Picked up there by Samara Puruntatameri. No. Thunder and Lightning will extract it and get it out of the defensive 50.
Oh, a bit of room to move here.
Plenty of space. Shaky bounce, but they work it forward inside the forward 50. Toe poked forward there by Ella Puruntatameri. Follows up with the tackle, but under pressure, it's turned over inside the centre square. Again, that dog is just absolutely loving life at the moment. Best seats in the house as Mara Mankara toe pokes it out towards the wing. Diving on the ball, almost needs to be careful. Got it out of there. Thought there might have been a whistle, but no. The Thunder and Lightning move forward again. As that touched the ground, no, paid a mark. Thought it was definitely a grounded ball there. Oh, playing on, needs to be careful, does Jamie Lee Porchimi. Sells a bit of candy though, loses the ball, has plenty of time and space. We'll just poke it into the pocket. That's going to be a mark though. Very good kick. And now I think this is in the hands of Nadine Porchimi. She pushes it across the face. Mark not taken. Play on. Handball over the top into the square. They're butchering this here. Can they get it through? Toe poked. Last line. Still in play. Handball comes out over the top. Now with Nadine Porchimi. Checked by Augustina Mankara. Through for a goal.
No. Minor score.
I think it's hit the post there, Dom, has it?
That's the signal. Wow. They were in the goal square. Don't ask me how that did not go through. Great defensive effort from Tapalinga.
So, out of that back line. Tapalinga haven't been strong on their kick-ins back into play after the Hinds. I think they've conceded at least one of their goals from there.
Another opportunity.
Could be a second here. Is handballing there's Jersey Cunningham. Snap will go towards the hot spot. Is there enough on it? There is. Through for a behind though. Now it's Thunder and Lightning's opportunity to pepper the goals, but they need to make their opportunities count as well.
Yeah, another minor score. To the scoreboard there for Jikilarruwu, 3-6-24. They trail by 8 points. So many opportunities to actually kick a goal here, just not being taken.
Good long kick in. Well, they've turned it over again. They're going for the 8-point play here. Oh, and that's a beautiful kick inside. Mark taken by Simone Mankara. This one of the more likely shots of the day, will we say, Dom? Don't want to count the eggs before they've hatched just yet.
Be very careful, Will, the classic commentator's curse. Yes, to say they need this. Just got to make use of their momentum here. They've had most of it since Tapalinga kicked their goal.
And that one is... Oh, it's just snuck in. It's snuck in the wrong side of the post. Oh, I thought that was good, but no, it wasn't to be.
They're doing it in points here. 7 points closing, but they're doing it in a very, very difficult fashion here. Jikilarruwu, 3-7-25 to 4-8-32. Momentum's a funny thing in footy, but you've just got to make the most of it when you've got it.
So Tapalinga, they have not enjoyed their kick-ins today. That's another turnover, another shot on goal you think it's going to be. Oh, grubber along the ground and won't make the distance. Tapalinga though, not comfortable. Another turnover. They're not enjoying the pressure at all here. Handball goes out wide. Now looking for Tracy Puruntatameri. Paddles it forward. She hits the deck. Then Kimberly Cunningham gets a handball out wide. Very wide, and it spills out over the boundary line. You just feel like Thunder and Lightning, they're not going to let this ball get out of their defence or out of their forward 50 until the umpire carries it after 6 points.
Well, they've had a few opportunities. They've failed so far, but gee, the effort can't be questioned.
Tap down.
Look at the numbers for Jikilarruwu.
No one can quite pick up the ball cleanly. Tries to handball back through traffic. Toe poked out. Handball over the top. No. Marjorie Dunn, she finds herself back in that defensive 50, but the kick comes out the other way. Umpire calls play on. A little bit of a dance and a handball back inboard. can't be taken. Now out with Augustine Mankara. She picks it up, has a snap on goal. Does she like that one? Of course she does. That one's gone through. No, another point.
Incredible. I thought she had that for sure there, and so did the gentleman behind the goals. Wasn't to be.
Oh, they couldn't hit water from a boat at this stage, Dom. As
They could not.
the superstars come back in. That one, much better. They clear the pack and they can get some run here. I think this might be Miley Cunningham. She's kicked 1 goal already today. She's absolutely bounding down the wing. Second bounce. In fact, it's Maria Tipuamantameri. She goes inboard now. Tapalinga, they can make Thunder and Lightning pay. I think they're going to. Play on quickly, over the top, through the big sticks. That's what happens when you don't make your opportunities count.
Well, Maria Tipuamantameri, and it all started because they changed the side to which they were kicking out from in defence. Maria Tipuamantameri out there, all by herself. The ball cleared the opposition in Jikilarruwu, and off she went. Followed up all the way to the goals, kicked the goal, and there they are. 5-8-38, leading Jikilarruwu 3-7-25. I was saying only a moment ago, when you've got momentum, you've got to make the most of it, and they did not. And Tapalinga have really made them pay there. Crucial moment.
Well, I think this quarter, it's 2 goals straight to 4 behinds, to 1 goal and 4 behinds. So Thunder and Lightning have certainly had their opportunity.
They have. Tickets to the 2026 NAB AFLW Dreamtime in Darwin match will be on sale shortly. Stay tuned to AFLNT socials to find out when to get your tickets. That should be a great game. Another great exhibition of women's footy to take place in Darwin.
And I think we might have had another 6-6-6 warning there.
There she goes again.
Well, in they go. Tapalinga superstars very quick inside their forward 50. Can't find a target. Last line of defence. Handball goes back inboard. 2-on-2 in the pocket. Whistle blown. And it's going to be a free kick to the superstars. Very tight angle. They've been keen for the pass-offs today. Wonder if that's going to be the MO at the moment. Pretty pedestrian walk in, but it's gone through the big sticks.
That's the most casual approach to goal I think I've ever seen. Doesn't matter what it looks like, it's straight through for a goal.
And it is Ingrid Cunningham who's kicked the goal there, and that is a defining lead we've got at the moment. 19 points, 3 goals and 1 point is what Tapalinga lead by. Just 3 goals is what Thunder and Lightning have kicked today. Throw in 7, no less than 7 behinds they've kicked to pair with it.
And Maria Tipuamantameri, another great dash down her wing, all the way inside the forward zone, passed the ball really well, and then they ended up with a free kick. And casual goal by Ingrid Cunningham, doesn't matter, 6 points on the board.
Tap down from Thunder and Lightning, trying to work out how they can get back into this game. But Tapalinga with momentum in their sail, with the ball somewhat in their control, although running down all. She's just lost it on the outside there. Picked it up, doing a great job. I think that might be Augustine Mankara again, doing what she can at just 14 years to bring her side back into it. Now kicked out wide. She lost her boot there. Kicks it out now. Isabella Kiranoa, who's just going barefooted altogether. Her kick turned over on half back. Now they just push it out wide. Taken there by Cecilia Purintalameri. Now Marjorie Dunn gets through one. Outside 50, just a little poke off to the flank. Might get the handball back. No, the kick goes over the top to full forward. Torpedo out of that back line. Thunder and Lightning trying to hold fast. Just 1 minute left in this third quarter. You'd think 1 goal here is going to be very telling. Tipuamantameri inside the forward 50. Beautiful mark there taken. I think this might be Kiranoa again. It is. And she, you suspect, Dom, is just going to try and count down the clock. A tight angle. Ooh, don't think it's made the distance. She had to follow it up herself. Came off her foot wrong. And Thunder and Lightning trying to get it out. 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Can they do it? Got an opportunity.
Need to move quickly. They're going to go another torpedo, this time somewhat across ground. Finding Mara Mankara. 19 seconds left. Kicking it into the pocket. Oh, that's a beautiful pass. Just over the top, and the siren will beat them at 3/4 time. A 19-point lead in favour of the Tapalinga Superstars.
So 3/4 time here in Wurrumiyanga. Tapalinga Superstars, as you say, Will. 6-8-44 to Jikilarruwu, 3-7-25. A 19-point ball game. A defining moment there with great runs from Maria Tippamundameri. Yielded 2 goals on the board. 3/4 time it is. Short break from us. We'll be back with you soon.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it
Welcome back to AFL&T's coverage of the 2026 Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final. Fourth quarter about to get underway here from the spectacular Tiwi Islands. Wurrumiyanga it is, and it is Tapalinga Superstars in front. 6-8-44 to Jikilarruwu Thunder and Lightning. 3-7-25. Will the premiership quarter, and it saw Tapalinga extend their 10-point half-time lead by 9 points. So leading by 19. And two fantastic runs. Maria Tippamunda-Mary yielded 2 goals in the latter stages of that quarter. That's really split the difference.
Yeah, it was a fantastic quarter from the Superstars. You sort of thought it was also Jikilarruwu's best quarter of the day, but they just couldn't convert. I think they ended up with 1 goal free for the quarter, and all 3 of those points really should have been goals. I think 2 of them fell short by a couple of metres, and all relatively straightforward shots on goal. But we're underway now. 19 points they need to draw level with Tapalinga, 20 to get back in front. Grand final day, anything is possible. As the Superstars work it forward early. Now trying to work it forward there is Sunta Pwajimi. She kicked the opening goal of the day. Ball rolling forward, and Isabella Kiranoa, she's also kicked one. Couldn't get onto that before it rolled out over the boundary line, so we'll have a throw-in.
Yeah, she's quick, isn't she, Isabella Kiranoa? She hasn't stopped running all day, putting pressure on in the forward line, or, as you say, kicking a goal, which she did in the second quarter. She's had a good match. They just need to finish it off here, Tapalinga. But Jikilarruwu, it's about taking their opportunities when they get them.
So, ball taken there, kicked. Oh, big strong tackle. Almost holding the ball there. Comes back. Tapalinga, ball is dropped there by Samara Puruntada-Mary, and there'll be a free kick against her. Umpire calls play on as she pushes down the line. Tapalinga need to get onto it pretty quickly. They can't be mucking around too much here, Dom. We know that there's pretty fast-paced footy out there on the islands, but that clock isn't stopping at all. Trying to paddle it down the line now. Jikilarruwu Thunder and Lightning. As they approach the forward 50. Handballing it to herself again. Trying to go to solo effort. This might be Augustina Mankara again. She's having some sort of day. Nimble and quick she is. Thought she kicked goal of the year on that halftime siren, but I think it ended up going through for a point with the siren just beat it.
She's looking a bit exhausted after that run there, but might have been better served trying to spot up a teammate inside 50.
Tap down. Just bullocking her way through there. Tapalinga, whistle sounds. It's going to be a free kick to Thunder and Lightning, so maybe there's an opportunity here for them to reclaim some of that deficit. Good kick in the centre corridor. They need to put this one through, and it's in the hands of Martina Gilantamama. So what looks like a pretty straight in front position. Oh, didn't look great off the boot. Didn't look too bad, and sprayed wide. So now it's 3 even goals. 3 goals, 8-26. Thunder and Lightning trail Superstars 6-8-44, who, as we said earlier, John, they're chasing the fairy tale underdog story of the final series. They just squeezed in 4th position.
Well, they did. They need to make the most of these opportunities. Getting good numbers around the footy here.
From their defensive 50, they will push it long. Clears the pack through hands. Oh, how was that from Dunn? Marjorie Dunn, probably one of the more influential players in today's game. Now it's kicked forward, 1-on-1, and the full-back has taken the mark. Bit more size to her than the tiny Isabella Kiranoa, who herself has had a good day, but she's been using a blistering pace, and unfortunately those marking contests, it's hard for her to compete as strongly.
Yeah, Jersey Cunningham, she's been fantastic down there on that last line of defence for Jikilarruwu. She's going to have to do it all again here with the lasso rule in force.
Launch it long. Centre half forward the ball goes. Taken, here goes Dunn. She goes forward, dribbling it towards goal. It spills out and out over the boundary line, but that's exactly where you want it if you're in yellow and brown, golden brown colours today. 18 points the margin. we might have a free kick on our hands.
Yeah, there's a shot on goal, I think.
So it's going to be Marjorie Dunn.
Yes.
Hasn't kicked one today, but she seems likely. That one will fall short, you think. Comes off hands. Now snap over the top, and the ball goes through from Joanne Tippingwoody. Puts them 24 points up, almost double their score in this last quarter. And you think the Superstars will be calling themselves that in about 15 minutes' time, Dom.
Well, that was just fantastic, wasn't it? Marjorie Dunn receiving a free kick directly in front of goal. She's popped it up into the goal square. Good contest from both teams in that goal square, but at ground level, Joanna Tippingwoody just grabbed hold of that footy, banged it through on the left as quick as a flash, and Tapalinga, they are looking unstoppable now. 4 goals in front they are, 50 plays, 26, and in the context of this game, don't think Jikilarruwu are going to be able to get there. Famous last words.
Tap down. There's still plenty of time if you're going by the Lee Matthews method, Dom.
There is.
Enough goals for minutes. But Tapalinga move it forward again. Handball will go back over her shoulder. Now looking for Asanta Pwajimi. She opened the account today. She'll be hoping she can try and close it as well.
Just muscling that ball forward.
And now we'll have a free kick inside the forward 50. Here to Jess Anglesey. No. It'll be to Isabella Kirinoa. It looks to go sideways. Intercepted. Maybe this is where Thunder and Lightning can get their run from. Is there a storm coming in, Dom, to rain on the parade of Tapalinga? Let's see what the next 10 minutes have of footy for us. Ball comes out wide. Jikilarruwu moving on the outside very quickly. Good Shepherd being put on offer. Maybe it didn't last long enough. Ball goes inside the forward 50. Trying to tap it to advantage. Muscle their way to the ball. Hitting the deck. Lost her feet. And now Thunder and Lightning can make them pay. Shot on goal goes. And through for a point. Could be a handy point though, Dom.
The handy point. So now they just have to kick 4 goals.
They've only kicked 3 for the match.
That's it. 4 goals in 10 minutes. Can they do it? Good enterprising play though. I think they need to move the ball a bit quicker up into their forward 50 instead of the tap and go.
Mark taken on that half back line for Tapalinga. They'll be happy to slow the play down and keep the clock ticking. Mark now taken by Margie Tipalura. Down the line. She goes. Marjorie Dunn getting involved. Gets a handball out there. Plenty of numbers. Should be an easy game for Tapalinga here to just try and quash the clock. Kicking it over the top. Paddled to advantage. Now with Ingrid Cunningham, she kicked a goal in that 3rd quarter. Now pushes it forward. And that one, I think that's hit the base of the post. Just a point. That's their turn for a handy point.
Made the goal umpire work a bit there. Just the one flag being waved yet again. So eliminated that handy point, Will. 51 plays 27. Jikilarruwu, they need to move this ball quickly.
Couple of bounces on the way in.
In trouble.
Very nervy. Can't be doing that when you're 4 goals down in the grand final. Handball pops out wide. Now in the hands of Cecilia Purantatameri. Shot on goal. They're celebrating now. They've put it through, and that will put them 5 goals up. Tapalinga Superstars are singing.
Well, it was costly, wasn't it? A few bounces out from fullback, an errant kick off the left boot, which I'm sure did not go where the defender wanted it to go, and then numbers for Tapalinga. And that's been the story for a lot of the day, Will. Tapalinga just with more numbers around the footy and able to surge it forward a whole lot better than what Jikilarruwu have been able to. And we see that scoreboard now, 8-9-57 to 3-9-27. They've been able to create opportunities, and when they've gone forward, they've put more of them on the board.
I think particularly in that back half, the pressure has been pretty strong as well. There's been a lot of mistakes from the defenders in the forward 50 or in the defensive 50. What Tapalinga have been able to do is make the most of those opportunities, and the other way, there's been too many misses from gettable opportunities for the ladies in pink and purple. There'll be a free kick going their way now. Last chance saloon. What can they do in these last 8 minutes of play? Maybe only 7 minutes of play left. The clock might have ticked over a little bit late Now running in. Martina Kalamantamana. Oh, it bounces backwards. Didn't need that. The check side will go through. And finally, they put one on the scoreboard. Is it too little too late, though? Margin back to 24 points.
Well, the great play there came from Mara Munkara. She received the ball from a teammate on the wing, and instead of trying to go for a run, she kicked it long inside 50. Got a mark. They played on. A little bit fortunate with the bounce, of course, but that's what happens when you move the ball quickly. So suddenly a goal on the board there for Jikilarruwu. Does that keep this grand final alive for them? 8-9 plays 4-9. They're sort of in there. Need to get another one quickly. But well done, Mara Munkara. She's shown them the way there and what to do. Another 6-6-6 warning, is that right?
I think it might be. Yeah. Ooh, how's the umpire going to call this?
Because I think each side has received a 6-6-6 warning now, so it should be a free kick.
It's going to be a free kick.
There it is.
So Thunder and Lightning, what can they do here?
Kick long.
As a Demons fan, the 6-6-6 rule in the Wanganeen Malira free kick absolutely haunts me. They couldn't quite replicate it there, but they were quick to move off the mark. Now running down the outside, Samara Purantatameri kicks it inside the forward 50. Out the back, mark wasn't taken by Cunningham. Anglesey's going to be first to it. Picks it up, driven into the ground though, strong tackle. Dropped the ball as she went. Umpire calls play on. Spills out. Kick goes sideways now into Maria Tapuamantamiri. Shot on goal. Across the face. Again, bounces straight up and down. And now, Tassoni loses her footing. So too does Miley Cunningham. Tries to get around another. Handballs it up high. There goes Tapuamantamiri. Both of them have been great today on the forward flanks and the wings. But they give away the free kick there. By Black just bringing Tapuamantamiri back onto her mark. 4.5 minutes left, says the clock.
The little chip. Dangerous chip.
Tassoni on the last line. Kicks it long. Mark is taken. Finding targets here. They have missed that one. What can Claudia Munkara do? Pushes it down the line.
Gee, they've got numbers in some space here. Need to make the most of it. Mara Munkara involved again.
Pro pokes. Superstars now on the rebound, on the counter-attack, trying to work it forward. Support is coming. Thunder and Lightning aren't giving up until that final siren goes. They trail by 4 goals. Here, though, comes, I think this is Tapuamantamiri again. Has a shot inside the forward 50. It's well wide, out of bounds on the full.
Gee, time ticking away here. And speaking of ticking, tickets to the 2026 NAB AFLW Dreamtime in Darwin match will be on sale shortly. Stay tuned to your AFLNT socials to find out when to get your tickets.
Good segue, Dom. Great segue. As Thunder and Lightning bring it back in. Comes off hands and spills out. Don't think it's going to be a lasso rule as it's inside that forward 50. Time's ticking down. Just a few minutes away for glory for one of these sides, and you think with a 4-goal advantage it's going to be the Tapalinga Superstars wearing their brown and gold today. Tap down. Handball goes out wide. Very wide. Boundary line. Comes back. Driving through. Kick goes inside the forward 50.
Good mark.
Back line. They'll look to go across. Play on. They can obviously sense that time is... big strong tackle. Stripped to the ball. Holding the ball. What a tackle there from Isabella Kiranoa. Just 13 years old, this year's rising star, as she kicked
It's kicked a point.
another one.
What a superb tackle from a young player. Isabella Kiranoa put the pressure on Will. in no uncertain terms, tried to play on, and then shanked it through for a behind. That deserved a goal from the young lady.
She's had a great day. I think she might be in the votes for the best on ground. Is there anyone standing out for you, Dom?
Yeah, Maria Tippermundamerry just controlled her wing, and she's been terrific in this last quarter too.
I think probably a bit quiet in this last quarter, but Marjorie Dunn, I thought, massive focal
very
point
good
up forward as well.
Yep. She was certainly one of those players that you play through. You know, she was able to get hold of the footy and really direct play for Tapalinga. But Maria Tippermundamerry and then, of course, Miley Cunningham on the wings have just been outstanding. Their athleticism, their run, their long kicking.
Really controlled the play, and in a game where pace has been so important, they've been the best at it. Young Isabella Kirinoa as well, more in that forward line, but she's been blistering and exciting up there.
And not afraid, as we just saw, to go in and get the hard ball, lay the tackle.
As the siren goes, and it is a brown and gold premiership this year for the Tapalinga Superstars. 8 goals, 10, 58, a 25-point win against the Jikilarruwu Thunder and Lightning, 4-9-33. What a game we had, and what a year it has been. A fairy tale finish for the Tapalinga Superstars.
Oh, that's just a superb effort, isn't it, by Tapalinga? 25-point victors. They deserved it. They started the game really well, and they just continued on in that fashion. But the third quarter, they don't call it the premiership quarter for nothing. They weathered the storm from Jikilarruwu, who had control of that for a long period. Tapalinga had kicked the first goal, but then Jikilarruwu had so many opportunities, didn't convert, and then when the momentum switched, Tapalinga did. And Maria Tippermundamerry and Miley Cunningham were really, really key in that quarter with their run and carry and their long kicking. They deserved the win. 8-10, 58, 4-9, 33. They won the grand final 2 years ago in the women's competition, and here they are winning it again. Jikilarruwu, not disgraced. They certainly tried really hard, but just outclassed in the end.
Yeah, fantastic game, and I think they are a little bit of a powerhouse over here, in particular the Tapalinga Superstars, both the men's and the women's competition. Jikilarruwu, not as much so. Nonetheless, it's a great effort for them to have the season they've had. Obviously finished second on the ladder and to make a grand final. I'm sure they'll be pretty hungry for redemption next year. But today, unfortunately, just not their day. Tapalinga with a bit more of the polish required and made the most of their opportunities in very competitive and high-pressured conditions.
Just some goal kickers for the list that we have for Tapalinga. All singles to Isabella Kirinoa, Maria Tippermundamerry, Joanna Tipungwoody, Miley Cunningham, Tamaya Cunningham, Cecilia Purantadamerry, Ingrid Cunningham and Asunta Purjimi. For Jikilarruwu, Augustina Mankara, Jamie Lee Purjimi, and missing two others, two others that we just were not able to pick up their Guernsey number, so apologies to those two ladies. But a terrific win here from the Tapalinga Superstars, 8-10-58 to 4-9-33 on behalf of Will Zwar and myself, Dominic McCormack. It's been a pleasure to host you for the Senior Women's Grand Final of the Tiwi Islands Football League. Stay tuned to catch the men's grand final in an hour or so, live and free on the AFLNT YouTube channel. Thanks for being with us.
I will get there.
tell. You can always put hot tea towel. You can always do that. Oh yeah, you're really lucky. Soak everything. I had a
他连个牌子都不给我，我等一下都不会吃到
Tapalinga, Jikilarruwu, come up this way.
We'll see you back. I'm listening. Bye. Congrats.
你选命，你先去整点你选命。你现在去吧，我要拍 presentation 了，什么固定机会拍？
Yeah, I want a piggy bank. Yeah, can you shut up? I want a piggy bank. Let's just shut up.
Ali, can we have all your mum and dad on the team? Hold up here, please, so we can give you a medal.